Hey guys, how's it going? Mevlin back here again with another Epic 7 video, and today we are going to talk about Basar, the elf daddy himself. I don't really think there's much to say about Basar. I think people already know what he does and how annoying he is, especially with this stupid artifact that he's wearing right now. All you need to do is get so much speed as you can, a little bit of bulk, and decent amount of effectiveness. What I do want to mention is some people can go for a slower Basar. I'm not a fan. I like the fast ones better, just personal preference. Also, I don't have experience on slower Basars because I usually play Basar, so nobody gets to Basar me in the first place. And yeah, I've always liked the fast Basars anyways. I also want to mention that you also want immunity on your Basar eventually. Just because A. coli and A. exists, and they have stuns and silences on their S3s, so you don't want to get CC'd on your first turn and be absolutely useless. And lastly, Abyssal Crown. Plus 30 Abyssal Crown. Nothing else works. Since I'm not going to be talking a lot about Basar, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the future of my channel. So far, you guys have been really nice with the comments. Surprisingly, I thought YouTube was toxic, but you guys kept making me change my mind. And it's been popping off, so I'm gonna try to go ham since it seems like I'm on a momentum right now. I'm gonna try to focus on RTA, like actual good content for RTA that focuses on specific units in each video. So like this one's Basar. I've made one for SBA last time, and I'll probably make one for LQC this week as well. Yeah, so that's gonna be the future of this channel. Focus on RTA, high-end content, and I'll try to make it fun too. Anyways, on to the first fight. This one is gonna be a typical control fight. Me and Zodi have been fighting a lot today, so we pretty much know each other's roster by now. I decided to ban Israelite because, like I said, I kind of wanted to do a control fight just to showcase that for Basar, and he bans my LQC. I got first pick here. I decided to go Cerise because he Cerised me last time with the Atawin and I got wrecked, and I don't think he has Basar. If he had Basar, I would probably still first pick Basar because Basar is still pretty good into Cerise. Cerise can't stop Basar from doing Basar things. So yeah, but I take a Cerise because I think he does have a Basar. He takes some Atawin plus Flurry. I go ahead and take the Basar. Basar is one of the few strippers that isn't too afraid of Atawin because you could still knock him back, and Basar is also pretty decent into Flurry because like also you could knock her back as well. Also grabbing the Vivian here because Vivian's pretty good into the Atawin, and at the same time I'm denying him from getting Vivian just in case he has Vivian. So if I go control and he has Vivian, that's going to be a little bit of trouble. The fact that I'm taking it away from him, pretty good plan. He goes ahead and grabs Lilius and RB. Lilius going to be a little bit scary, being able to cleanse because, like I said, I'm going to go control here. So go ahead and go my ML Aura and decide to go my FCC as well. My ML Aura is fairly tanky, so I'm not too afraid of the RB here. But I am afraid of the Lilius because, like I said, it's going to be cleansed. If he bans my Vivian, I'm probably going to be in a lot more trouble. And I go ahead and grab FCC as well to give me like a little bit more bulk just in case he goes like super hard anti-CC at the end here, which he doesn't. Ends up picking a Tomoka at the end, which I find a little bit weird because I already got Basar and Cerise that speed contesting that Tomoka. So I'm just going to ban the RB since I don't really have a RB counter aside from my FCC, and if he bans my FCC, I'll probably just die. Onto the fight, we get to see that my Basar is pretty fast. He's faster than the Flurry by quite a lot actually. So I'm gonna S3 here, hoping to knock everyone back. I got a little bit lucky that I hit the Lilius here, and I was also able to strip and knock her back, but I didn't knock back the Flurry, which is a bit sad. So now Flurry can do her Flurry things, and probably he wants to stop my Vivian here from giving immunity to the team, so he's probably gonna S3 into the Vivian. My Vivian does have immunity, so I have that double layer of 15%, but unfortunately it's gonna end up stripping and hitting both debuffs on my Vivian here. Fortunately I didn't knock back the Atawin, or I guess it doesn't really matter because I could have stunned him anyways, but the fact that he went before my SBR because his Atawin is like super crazy fast, my SBR got to keep her immunity there. I'm gonna S3 and SBR. I really need to stun actually both the Tomoka and the Lilius here, or just one because I could have potentially provoked here with FCC, but the fact that I hit both of them means I can freely S3 with FCC since I don't need to provoke anyone. Might as well deal some damage and put up the skill null for later fights and just end up actually killing the Tomoka there. She didn't even get a turn. So now my I got SBR back. My Vivian is free from provoke and the stun, so now I'm just gonna end up slowly hitting them, whittling them down with the burns and some of the provokes plus stuns from my SBR, maybe a stun from Basar as well, and it should be a pretty typical control team from here onwards. That was so annoying, man. The fact that you could take souls. I could have soul burn here, but yeah, I guess it didn't matter because I ended up burning enemies, but that was so annoying. He just does too much for a hero. He's trying to kill, I don't know, I guess, I don't know what he's trying, what's plan here. I think I've won from this point. FCC shield should be enough to sustain any damage he does. Plus I get some lucky dual attacks as well, plus the death break from the Basar S1. Pretty insane. Yeah, I got a little bit lucky here. A little bit lucky on the Lilius, I think. That was huge, the fact that I stripped Lilius. And she wasn't able to stop, she wasn't able to cleanse, she wasn't able to stop my control from this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. I think he's I don't know, I'm not sure what the plan here is, Zodi, but good game, man, good game. This fight's gonna be a little bit different in that you're not gonna see Basar in the fight. He's gonna be post-banned here in a bit. But I'm gonna show this fight because, well, first of all, Blingo's in here, and second of all, I want to emphasize how much he gets banned in a lot of my fights. Today I was playing for 2 hours and he got post-banned 9 times and he got pre-banned 4 times. That's a total of 13 out of 23. So it's getting banned more than I was able to play him. And if you have a unit in your pool that people are constantly banning, you need to give that unit all the gear you have because he's probably a very good unit in your draft. This one I ended up banning his Ross just because I didn't want to deal with the fire unit plus some. Ross is just really broken right now. It's really annoying to deal with him, especially the really fast ones. Jinx does get first turn here. He grabs the flurry, a really good passive / neutral first pick, meaning, you know, there's nothing really you can do to hard punish a flurry aside from like guiding light and Stenny, which both of them I don't have. So I ended up grabbing my Basar like always. Everything revolves on my Basar, that's why I just first pick him. And also I currently have trouble. I'm still working on like fire units, so I currently have trouble against, you know, fighting against Basar. Also grabbed FCC here because I wasn't sure what Jinx was gonna do, so I wanted to be a little bit more passive as well. He goes ahead and grabs LQC, pretty good into FCC. Also denying my LQC. I think Jinx knows that I have a pretty decent LQC, so he goes ahead and steals that. Also grabs DN though, which I think is a bit too early because I know he knows that I have Landy, and you know, I think he picked the DN here too early because I just ended up picking the Landy. And for my 4th unit, I was kind of struggling. I know I wanted a healer and I know I wanted an attack buffer. DN was probably the better one. I just recently stripped my maid Chloe because it's maid Chloe. And I ended up going for Blingo. It's a bit scary here to go Blingo because he still has 2 more picks. But I did have Basar to potentially give Blingo turn 1, and I did have FCC to protect the Blingo. But it's still a lot risky here because he goes ahead and grabs, like, he went super aggressive and went Tomoka plus Arby. And I just want to say at this point, I knew he was banning Basar because he had Tomoka, he had Flurry, and he 100% wants turn 1 here. That's how this works. So at this point, I know my Blingo is going to die because he has 2 speed contesters and he's going to ban my Basar, and I don't have any speed contesters left because he banned my Cerise. But knowing that he's gonna ban Basar, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a Ravi here because I'm just gonna let him kill my Blingo and then kill the RB afterwards. All I have to do is ban that Tomoka so that he doesn't have a CR push. Also, Tomoka goes to Salt, so a Ravi can hit it. So like I said, Flurry's gonna take turn 1 here. He's definitely gonna try to kill my Blingo because he knows my Blingo's fairly decently built. Probably gonna S3 my Blingo. And if my Blingo is F broken, he's gonna be 100% dead. RB also gets a cab, so that's gonna hurt a lot. He's gonna S3 here, kill my Blingo. So the plan here is, since I'm getting 3 turns back to back, since Landy has a CR push, I'm just gonna kill the RB. And if you don't know how CR push works here, because it's gonna be double revive, RB's gonna revive and get 100% CR. My Blingo is gonna revive and also get 100% CR, but since he's higher on the CR bar right now while being dead, he should get the turn first. That's how that works. So like since RB's way back there in the back, my Blingo was like at the bottom. I'm gonna take a turn first before RB does. At least that's how I believe it works. Pretty sure. So I get a turn here. I'm just gonna S3 my Landy, and now I have invincibility and skill null on Landy and RB, and they're not gonna take damage while keeping the skill null up as well. They're gonna get blinded though. Fortunately, Blingo was able to resist it, but that's RB, man, best debuffer in the game somehow. Charlotte can't really do anything here. She doesn't have attack buff because I was able to CR push her enough that she's ahead of DN, and DN takes a turn here, and she's just gonna S3. And once my Landy gets a turn, she will get max fighting spirit and be able to S3 back again. So I think from here I already won, but you know, I mean, his team doesn't really have that much RNG, and I'm super safe and have like a lot of damage coming up right here. Fortunately, I was blinded. Unfortunately, I mean, I was blinded. I'm probably gonna miss a lot of units here, knowing my luck. I think I missed 2. I can't really tell because crit resist also up there. And I think I go ahead. Actually, I don't bother killing the RB here because he's not gonna hit my Blingo and he's not gonna be able to hit my Landy. So I'm just gonna hit the LQC because I want to guarantee that Blingo gets to kill it. That way she doesn't like S3 and heal back up to full. Yeah, RB can take a turn, that's fine. RB doesn't bother me as much here. He can't hit to my squishy units, and Arabi already did her job. Bring Blingo back, that's all she needed to do. So I'm gonna do here, praying that I crit the LQC, and I did kill the LQC and also kill the RB as well, because that Blingo does so much damage, and should be game from here. Yeah, and we both like give our bows. Jinx is actually a gentleman. What a good boy. All right, GG Jinx. This was really fun. Like this day, me and you were playing so much today, and I had so many fun fights with you. I gotta say, they were all pretty good. So this is gonna be another fight where Basar doesn't get to play. It's different from the previous one though, for one small reason. This one I forced my opponent to ban Basar. So I go ahead and ban Flitica because I didn't want to get speed contested. He bans Cerise, so I guess both of us didn't want to get speed contested. He does get turn 1 here. He first picks FCC. I go ahead and go double green, pick up Basar plus Landy. Both of them pretty good into FCC. Also enables a lot of my team comps. That's why I love picking these two, even though they're double green and then I get hard countered by fire, but you know, it is what it is. He goes ahead and picks Jeeper plus Sandy. Pretty decent combo, except I have double AoE, so I could just easily ban the Jeeper and then hard punish the Stenny for me having AoE. So I decided to go DN just to be safe in case, you know, I don't ban the Jeeper, and I do go SSB here. Not really sure my logic from that one. I think I just wanted to play SSB for some reason. I don't know. I don't usually play SSB, so this was a bit of a weird draft for me. And he goes ahead and grabs Rwana, which is pretty good because I have SSB, but he goes in and grabs Charon. So I'm kind of confused about that one because it means, is he banning SSB or is he not banning SSB? I don't know. And here I'm kind of left in a rock paper situation, which I don't like being in. But pause. In my head, Landy, DN, and SSB can easily like 3v4 everyone else on their team aside from that Rwana. So long as I have these 3 units, I can easily beat Charon, Stanny, Jeeper, and FCC, I think. So in my head, I kind of want him to ban Basar. I want him to force him to ban Basar, and as long as I ban the Rwana, I should win. And it might seem weird to pick my MLR here because my only stripper is Basar, right? If I pick MLR, he just bans Basar. Since that's exactly what I want to happen, I don't care that MLR doesn't work with the rest of my team fairly well. It's just I just want him to ban Basar here. So I go ahead and pick MLR. He does ban my Basar like I wanted, and I just ban his Rwana, and I get the team that I wanted. So the fight starts off with me having my DN go turn 1. It's actually a really fast Charon. I think that's like 240, 245. Yeah, it probably doesn't do enough damage, especially since I have Proof of Valor on my Landy, and if it doesn't crit, it doesn't even crit, so pretty sure even if that crit, she'd probably still survive. So that Stanny doesn't have any immunity. I'm gonna go ahead and S3 on my SBR. Going to stun the 2 units that I care about stunning. FCC can do, I guess she can do whatever she wants, doesn't really matter. Kind of sucks that she got boosted there, but you know, that he had a G-Berg, and G-Berg's actually really strong right now. Really annoying, especially for me who likes to play a lot of AoE. But SCB's gonna back, remove the skill null that she just gave out, boost some of their units. G-Berg's gonna take a turn, but my SSB and my Landy are still immune because they haven't taken a turn yet. He does go ahead and S3, which I don't understand. Yeah, he's just feeding my SSB here, so I'm just gonna S3 and Landy. Give everyone speed buff. Also got attack buff. Like, I think Landy plus DN is so good. You get so many buffs here. Having attack buff and speed buff on your entire team is always going to be nice. Yeah, and instantly he realizes his mistake and I win. GG. So right now you guys are probably thinking, what about Hyufine? Well, honestly, what about Hyufine? Like, you tell me. She doesn't really do enough, I think. And as long as you're not super hard inting into control towards Hyufine, you're probably gonna be fine. And hopefully this clip will show you why. So my opponent does get first pick. He gets Elmo Crow. Pretty normal first pick, right? It's pretty safe, pretty neutral. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Basar plus FCC, because Basar pretty good into LR Crow. He doesn't get immunity. I could still go control if I want to. And FCC also pretty good here because you know, FCC gets countered by Basar, so me taking the Basar and FCC together means I'm not gonna have to worry about him getting Basar with me having FCC. He goes in and grabs Water Titanium, which is kind of weird because I already have a green unit and I already have FCC. Like, both of these units sort of counter Water Titanium in a way. And this time he instantly grabs Hyufine. So I think his problem here was he grabbed Hyufine too early. Hyufine doesn't really do much aside from that cleanse. That's about it. Like, her S1 isn't that strong, honestly. So long as you have, especially if the opponent has immunity and some healer, it's all about that S3. So for me, I'm not even gonna bother thinking about banning that Hyufine so long as I'm not going full control. I should be totally fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Landy, get another green unit. I'm just gonna go ahead and like pick units that counter the Water Tenny here. I'm gonna grab Vivian as well. Might be weird picking Vivian into Water Tenny because she has unbuffable, but I've cleansed my Vivian, and also she's a green unit. So again, I'm just focused on countering the Water Tenny here, completely ignoring the Hyufine in the field. He's gonna go ahead and pick the Acid and the RB. So now I'm 100% convinced he's gonna ban the FCC here because he's got so much damage, and Water Tenny is weak to FCC because you get shield plus immunity, right? She only has one strip. So since I know he's been banned FCC, I'm gonna go ahead and pick my LQC, so have mitigation even if he bans my FCC, and I'm gonna ban the RB as well because I didn't want to get too much damage here. So fight starts off with Acid taking turn 1 as expected. Definitely not outspeeding any Acids in high level play with my Basar. That's just close to impossible. My team is fairly tanky, plus I have Adamant Shield in LQC. Actually almost killed my Vivian there. That's a pretty well built Acid. I guess my Vivian isn't that tanky though, so. Basar takes a turn. I don't really care because like I said, Basar's a dead unit here. That's absolutely true, but so is that Hyufine. So worst case scenario, I had 3 units, he had 3 units. Just imagine that this was a 3v3. This was Guild Wars. My Basar doesn't exist, his Hyufine doesn't exist. So I wouldn't say that Hyufine counters Basar so long as you're playing it correctly, because worst case scenario, it's an even field. Yeah, that's what I think, at least. Like, yeah, Tenebria gets a turn here. She gets to do her things, but I got so many buffs now that she's not likely to strip the immunity. She does land it in 1 unit, does land it in my Vivian, but fortunately for me, my Vivian already took a turn. So like does a thing here, and also he kills my Vivian, so don't have to worry about that one anymore. Vivian already did her job, gave attack buff and immunity to 2 of my best units, Landy and LQC. Get a boost here, and probably just gonna S3 the Acid here, splash damage into everyone else. Yeah. Like, yeah, I totally agree. Hyufine makes Basar useless, but Hyufine is useless in the first place, so what's the point, right? Hope you guys enjoy this one. This was special for me because Basar was actually my first 5-star. I even got a triple S Basar before he got buffed, so me and Basar go way back. I use him everywhere. RTA, GVG, Arena, both offense and defense. and sometimes in PvE as well. You know, I still think he's a bit underrated in that I do know people think that he's strong. It's just I think he's stronger than how strong people think he is. If that makes any sense. He's just really good at controlling the draft, and if you're controlling the draft, you control the game. Hope you guys learned something new as well. I will try to make at least 2 videos every week, maybe 3 if I'm feeling spicy. And yeah, if you guys want to hang out on Twitch, links in the description below. Also, my Discord will be down there. If you guys want to say hi or if you have any questions, I will happily answer back. And yeah, I guess that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.